Good day, I am Ronaldo Terubio, and today I will be discussing the caselet number 5 and caselet 111. Caselet number 5, Eat and Deliver. The crisis at Tomato, a food tech company experienced a public relations crisis. Evaluate the role of management in crisis communications, reputations management, and stakeholders engagement. Problem and situations. Tomato, a food tech company, is grappling with a public relations crisis which could involve issues like food safety, poor service, or ethical concerns. This crisis is threatening the company's reputations and stakeholders' relationship. Key issues. The primary issues is the company's failure to manage the crisis effectively, resulting in damaged reputations and loss of stakeholders' trust. Management needs to address this by implementing a robust crisis communication strategy, actively managing reputations, and re-engaging with stakeholders to restore confidence and credibility. Strength. Tomato Limited has a strong market presence and customers base. This can aid in recovery. The company's technological capabilities may facilitate a quickly resolutions to operational issues. Immediate actions that can help solve the problem. So step 1, release a public statement. Quickly provide and clear and honest update about the issues and outline. So the next step, step 2, form a crisis management team. Create a dedicated team to handle all aspects of the crisis and ensure a coordinated response. Step 3, monitor media coverage. Keep track on media, social media discussions to manage the company's image and address any inaccuracies. Step 4, improve crisis management plan. Develop or refine crisis management strategies to be better prepared for future issues. So these measures are designed to effectively handle the crisis, restore the company's reputations, and rebuild trust with stakeholders. The crisis provide an opportunities to improve internal processes and prevent future issues, enhancing overall brand credibility. Caselet 111. Employees empowerment in decision making. A company is looking to involve employees more in decision making processes but faces challenges in shifting from a top-down approach. How can OD or organization development strategies support these empowerment initiatives? So problem situations. The company wants to increase employees' involvement in decision making but struggles to move away from its traditional top-down management approach. Identify the key issues. The primary issues is the difficulty in transactioning from a decision-making structures to be more exclusive approach, which may involve resistance from management and lack of readiness among employees. So strength, step 1, resistance of change. Management might be accustomed to be the top-down approach, may be resistant to be relinquish control. Step 2, employees' readiness. Employees might be not have the skills or confidence needed to participate effectively in decision making. So in organization culture, the existence culture may not support collaboration decision making or might lack mechanisms to facilitate it. So action to be rendered. Step 1, training and development. Provide training for both managers and employees on collaborating decision makings and leadership skills. Step 2. Create pilot programs. Start with the small-scale pilot programs to test the refine the new approach before full implementations. Step 3. Develop supportive structures. Implement framework such as cross-functional teams or decision-making committees to involve employees in decisions. Step 4. Implementations or action plan. Number 1. Planning and training. 1 to 3 months. Develop training programs on decision-making and collaborations. Identify pilot departments or teams to test the decision-making processes. Number 2. Pilot implementation. 3 to 6 months. Launch pilot programs and begin involving employees in decision-making within the selected teams. Monitor progress and gather feedbacks to assess effectiveness. Number 3. Evaluations and scaling 6 to 12 months. Evaluate the success pilots programs and make necessary adjustment. Develop the broader rollout plan based on the pilot outcome and the feedback. Number 4. Full implementations and ongoing. Support 12 months and beyond. Expand the new decision-making process. Companies will provide the continuous supports and trainings, ensure the approach and sustain and refine as needed. This structured approach aims to overcome resistance, build skills, and gradually integrate employees' empowerment into a company's decision-making processes.